it looks like you're going to be seeing a lot of Joe Biden in your district over the next 2 years.
Yeah, and I would say very happily, it was great to have the president there, not just in my district, but literally the neighborhood where I happen to live. It also happens to be a neighborhood where there are a lot of firefighters and police officers and teachers. And I can tell you they pay a hell of a lot more than a 3% tax rate that the billionaires are getting away with paying right now.
So Kevin McCarthy's only response to this today is that absolutely not. We will not go along with any increase in taxation, not one penny more in taxes from billionaires.
Yeah, it's really not surprising. I mean, let's not forget that when Republicans had full control of this place, which was just 5 years ago, their very first priority was attempting to repeal Obamacare. When that failed, their next priority was passing their $2 trillion tax cut, 83% of which went to the richest 1%, half of which went to the wealthiest 1/10 of 1%. So they have made clear for a very long time their priority is protecting the very rich. It was then, and it still is.
As you go forward, when do you expect, is there any indication on the Budget Committee when the Republicans will present a budget to that committee?
You know, at first they said it would be, we should be prepared for a markup in March. Then they were saying April. And now I'm hearing May. But look, I wouldn't exactly hold my breath. I mean, it took this crew 15 rounds and 4 days just to vote for their own guy for Speaker. So how exactly they're going to get 218 votes for anything substantive on a budget, I think that remains to be seen.
Meanwhile, the clock is ticking on the need to increase the debt ceiling, probably in the June, July area. What do you expect can possibly happen there when there are so many Republicans now in the House of Representatives who clearly don't understand what the debt ceiling is?
It's quite disturbing. I think we had this conversation before, how many of my Republican colleagues outright confuse default, which we've never experienced as a country, with a government shutdown. They're two very different things, as you know, but too many of my Republican colleagues do not. We'll find out shortly after April 15th if we're looking at a deadline of June or July or closer to September. But whenever it is, it's very clear the only way this ends is Kevin McCarthy has to put the bill on the floor to allow a clean increase in the debt ceiling, period. We've done it more than 60 times since 1960. We did it 3 times when Donald Trump was president, and we're going to do it again this time.
If he does that, the Democrats, combined with a handful, is all it would take, of reasonable Republicans on this issue, could pass that and get it done. But would that be the last day of Kevin McCarthy's speakership? Would everyone else on the Republican side vote him out of that speakership?
So hence the dilemma that Kevin McCarthy has gotten himself in. He had to cut so many side deals with so many different factions in his Republican conference that certainly he would be putting himself politically at risk, something he has not exactly shown himself to be willing to do up until this point. You know, John Boehner was in a similar situation in his speakership. He ultimately did it. And I do think that one way or the other, Kevin McCarthy will have to do the same thing here.